What's happening, y'all? It's your boy RottenRoseQ back with another reaction video, and this time we are going to be finishing off the series that we should have been finishing off a long time ago. But I have been busy, but I also make sure that we did continue the music reviews and the music video reviews as well, and the music video reactions. So salute to you guys if y'all are still rocking with me. Let's not waste any more time, and let's continue exactly where we did leave off, where it was Jungkook's birthday. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start it back from that scene so you guys can at least be able to catch where we ended off to where we're starting now. Let's go ahead and get into it.
누구나 지금 감기에 걸려 있다. 고통스럽다. 힘들다. 솔직히 힘이 많이 드는데 힘이 많이 들어서 안 되는 동작들이 좀 많다. 그걸 열심히 해서 동작을 바로 잡겠다. 기대도 좋다. 2013년 8월 16일 전국의 로 끝.
자, 뭔가 이런 사태를 벌어져야 될 거 아니야, 가운데.
Jungkook looked at him like, man, you know when you're a perfectionist and you know that you're great at something and somebody is telling you that you're not being great at the present moment, it's like, all right, I'll take the constructive criticism, but meh.
여기 약간 일단 청 테이프에 맞춘 거거든요. 아까는.
뭐가 문제요?
그러니까 청 테이프에 맞췄는데.
그게 지금 뭐 하는 거야 지금? 여정구, 네가 잘했는데 다른 사람이 다 틀렸다 생각해? 네가 아직도?
아니.
너 왜 그래?
죄송합니다.
잘해. 사람 드시고.
야, 종호가. 뭐 축하 안 해줘서 삐졌냐?
아닙니다.
리더라고 뭐 내가 뭐 너한테 뭘 한 적 있냐?
빨리 찍자.
제가 조금만 오른쪽으로 하면 되나요?
그래, 조금만 가.
생일 축하합니다. 생일 축하합니다. 사랑하는 정석군 생일 축하합니다.
He seems so shocked. He seems so shocked. Jimin hit him with the cute June cookie. And I like the Born Sinner piano in the background as well.
태어나줘서 고마워. 고마운 말씀 해줘. 이런 거. 감독님도 놔둔 거.
First thing he has to say is that director is mean. Now that you asked me what I have to say, let's start it off. That director is mean.
연기가 진짜인 줄 알았어요.
옷이 없는데.
감독님도 다 연기하신 거예요?
브이로그. 오늘은 뮤비를 찍었다. 세트장이 정말 마음에 들었다.
My guy V. Look at young V.
개인적으로 노멀 드림 때보다 더 때깔 있어 보인다. 가서 제일 좋았던 게 밥차는 정말 진짜 맛있었다. 세 그릇 먹고 체해갖고.
하지만 빨리 우리가 뮤비를 찍고 어떤 모습으로 나오게 될지 궁금한 건 마찬가지인 것 같다. 다들 멤버들 전부 파이팅 넘치게 연습을 하고 있기 때문에 그걸 보고 있으면 되게 나도 파이팅! 이렇게 에너지가 팍팍 올라가서 더 열심히 할 수 있게 되는 것 같다. 지지 않겠어. 2013년 8월 23일 진해 로그 끝.
저희 방탄소년단이 데뷔한 지 100일이 된 날입니다.
이번 앨범에서 정말 더 한번 빵 터뜨려서
약간은 부담감이 있기도 한 것 같고.
사실 예전은 즐겁다고 생각한 적은 많이 없었던 것 같아요.
비트 박스를 보여줘.
크로스플레이 아주 시원해.
생각보다 굉장히 어렵다. 어때? 앞으로 직접 해봐야.
음료수 교환권 예! 잠깐. 은근히 칼로리 소비가 된다고요? 자, 나의 부모 이거는 팬 여러분들입니다. 아미 여러분 사랑해요.
You know what? All joking aside, the level of pressure is a bad word, but I think that's the best word that comes to mind right now. The level of pressure that they put on their bodies is taxing, right? Because you got to think about it from their studio process when they're rapping. If you guys don't know a studio process, I'll try to explain it for a little. So when you're in a studio, you're trying to get down the best take. There's a chance that you might do hundreds of takes this day. On top of that, right, you also got to get into the process of learning the choreography. And let's just be honest, if you're out of shape, you are not going to be able to stand up with BTS in choreography. You know? So I think it's really dope to think about what type of diet that these guys have to stay with, what kind of fitness schedule do they have to go ahead and commit to actually get where they are now, because I think the way their bodies are set up is like boxers that have been boxing for the last 5 to 10 years. They're set up to do these dance moves in their sleep. They know every choreography that they've ever had to create. And yeah, this is just bringing me back into the mindset of knowing how much I need to go to the LA show. So we're gonna keep rocking these out, you guys. Let's keep going. I'm gonna go to the next chapter.
대박! 대박! 2013년 8월 25일 웨브스타일 로그 아따 톤 한 단계 업그레이드 됐고 안경을 처음으로 벗고 로그를 찍는다. 이야 신기하네. 아무튼 나는 여태 방금 전까지 이제 앨범 작업이 드디어 끝났어. 랩몬스터라는 이름을 정말 바보가 지은 게 아니라는 걸 증명해드리고 싶다. 오케이? 좋아. 우후, 와이, 예!
You know what needs to be mentioned? I know so much more now than I know. Ooh, I was going to say that wrong. I know so much more now than I knew back then. So I think watching this one versus watching my other two, you guys are going to get a different version of a guy here. I'm saying that to say I got a chance to do the deep dive on V's music. I got a chance to do a deep dive on, at least begin my deep dive on Jungkook's music. I was able to do a deep dive on J-Hope's music and RM as well. I'm obviously still missing Jen. And there's a few other gems that I'm missing in this process. So we got to make sure that we're putting that out there. But just knowing what I know of these guys now and seeing this footage of them, I feel a little bit more happy because I get to see how far that they went. I know about the performances that I've been able to do my reaction to. In particular, I know about the J-Hope performance that he did in France right after he left the military with the orchestra, which was absolutely insane. So seeing them all together in a room, young, full of life, is just like it feels good to see. I think I feel 1% of what Army members get to feel when they know everything that has been happening throughout the years that might have tried to deter these guys from being who they are today, but none of it works. So it feels good.
안녕하세요. VJ 방탄특공대 MC 진입니다. 2013년 가요계에 혜성같이 등장한 방탄소년단. 훈훈한 외모와 넘치는 카리스마로 많은 분들의 사랑을 받았는데요. 함께 보실까요? 좋게 좋네. 안녕하세요. 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 출근 소감을 얘기해 주실래요?
안녕하세요. 네.
I'm always going to say this when I see it. The fact that you can see all of them in HBA goes to show their OG status all in itself. Rest in peace to Virgil. It goes to show their OG status though. And to see how J-Hope has made it to the grand ambassador of Louis Vuitton and seeing this, if you're able to understand what Virgil has done for fashion and you're also able to understand what HBA was to Virgil before Off-White, you recognize the connection in this and how impactful that it is. That kind of makes me think if I had the chance to ask J-Hope any questions, I would want to ask J-Hope about what his thoughts were on Virgil because I think that would be eye-opening as well. But let's keep rocking.
혹시 오늘 초일이시라고요? 계속 연습했습니다. 생일날 제 솔로도 아니고 시즌을 못 하셨어요? Return to the classics.
네, 아무래도 떨려가지고 긴장도 떨려서 계속 연습했어요.
얼떨떨하기도 하고.
저희가 이번에 5월 6일
They asked if they got any rest. He said, no, we just continued to practice so that we wouldn't be nervous. Why is that line so deep and impactful, right? If you're nervous about something, like me, how about rather than me talking to you guys, I'll talk to myself, right? I'm nervous about shooting a video. Or I'm nervous about recording a studio session. He just gave us the gem of what to do if we are ever afraid of something or nervous about something. And the best piece of advice there is to go with it. Turn that camera on in the studio. Begin to shoot your first music video because the only way you're going to get better is with practice. The more practice that you actually go about, the less nervous that you'll be about something that we're talking about. That's the gem. I like the way that they go out their way to like give life lessons in seconds. I don't know if they do it on purpose, but I'll be receiving them. So if I receive them, I just want to be able to let people that's watching it for the first time as well kind of understand where he's going with that.
Light2라는 앨범으로 저희가 또 타이틀곡 에너라는 노래로 컴백을 했는데요. 컴백을 했습니다. 저희 에너 한번 들어보시고 죄송합니다. 다시 할게요.
오늘 정말
It was funny how the staff, even behind the camera, had to laugh. And then it was also funny how he tried to catch himself and continue. and it messed up again, and they started laughing again. He said, "You know what? I'll start it over." It's funny, but it also goes to show when you have somebody that's willing to put a camera in front of you and take you through the media training. Imagine what years of that has done for them for who they are today. It seems like nothing makes them nervous, at least when it comes to the business and the craft and what needs to be done. It seems like they've already been ran through this blender a lot of times. They know what to do, they know where to be, they know what imagery to go after or what art that they want to go ahead and give the world. So these are students that became teachers, man.
긴장하시는 분들이 많이 계셔서 굉장히 긴장이 됩니다. 원래 대기실에 딱 가는데 신인 대기실이 텅텅 비었더라고요.
우리가 그렇게 되잖아요.
그렇죠. 저희도 언젠가.
자, 리허설 3, 2.
솔직히 매우 긴장된다. 첫 번째 앨범 때보다 더 멋있는 모습을 보여드려야 된다고 생각되기도 하니까 되게 좀 약간은 부담감이 있기도 한 것 같고, 조금 더 준비를 하고 나가고 싶다는 생각도 조금 있고.
네, 목이 타면서 깜빡고요. 잠시 후에 녹음하겠습니다.
둘, 셋, 팍! 자, 감사합니다. 열심히 하겠습니다.
모니터 보니까 어때요? 잘 된 것 같아요?
지금 제 표정이 너무 안 좋잖아요. 좀더 표정에 신경 쓰겠습니다.
어떻게요? 더 파워풀하게?
거침없이 실제하는 소년들 방탄소년단입니다. 에노
힙합 아이돌 방탄소년단이 더 강력해진 모습으로 돌아왔습니다. 강렬한 퍼포먼스와 보다 강력해진 카리스마로 돌아온 기대주 방탄소년단 여러분들 모셨습니다. 데뷔한 지 4개월 만에 정말 엄청나게 팬덤이 생겼어요.
NO is kind of an abbreviation of no offense.
과연 사람들에게 행복한가? 더 듣기 전에 행복을 찾아라. 이렇게 묻고 있는 그런 앨범이고요.
Okay, so this is about to be OG Army time. OG Army time. Someone let me know, were you there when they debuted NO? Because I'm pretty sure since this is their second release since debuting, this has to be very early on in their career. And what's crazy is that you could hear the Army in the video. So it's like Army was there. And they sound like they're very what's the word I'm looking for here? It's not only a few, it seems like it's a lot. And it seems like it's very early in their career. So the question for me becomes, when you guys go back to the first debut and then you guys go back to NO, which I need to do a video reaction to as well. How did you guys feel when you go back to those? You might want to go back to it after watching this. When you go back to those videos, do you see that in 10 years those guys would be on top of the world? Can you see it, or can you feel it? In the words of PSY.
In Korea, the university you attend is regarded by the society as one of the most important factors for determining your success in life. The College Scholastic Ability Test, also called 수능, is the test that dictates which university students would attend. Students literally spend their whole lives preparing for this test.
저 때도 그랬고 지금도 그렇고 우리 학생들은 공부밖에 할 줄 몰라요.
These students study hard. On average, they'll do 15 hours a day. When school ends at 4 o'clock, it's not time to go home. The next shift starts, and most will go on to cram schools. For those who don't succeed, there's a tragic cost.
South Korea has exceptionally high suicide rate. Suicide is the fourth most common cause of death in South Korea. In the age range of 10 to 19 years old, South Korea has the highest suicide rate in the world.
Mental health is a joke here in Korea.
There's a lack of counselling for kids in South Korea. Tragically, some see suicide as the only option.
어른들은 내게 말하지 힘든 건 지금뿐이라고 참으라고 나중에 하라고 Everybody say no 더는 나중이란 말은 안돼 더는 남의 꿈에 갇혀 살지만 We roll Everybody say no.
The reason why BTS is also very huge is the fact that youth of multiple countries respect them, right? When I see this right here, I see that they have went through a system that they do not want to remain the same for the people that are going to come after them. That right there alone says a lot. I want to say that to say, I know that as youth in my country, especially the melanated youth of my country, a lot of people try to give you stigma or tell you what they think you're going to be and try to make fun of you while you're on your way to trying to be whatever you want to be. I want to say with my voice, if my voice means anything to you, don't worry about those naysayers. The naysayers only make you. They only make you better. They only let you know that you're alive. I recently did a video speaking about the antis and the things that the antis have done throughout the BTS's career to try to shun them or make them seem crazy or just say really nasty things. And my thing is, no matter what we do in life, whether we are successful or whether we are failures, there will always be hatred. There's always going to be somebody that has something to say about you that you're not going to like, especially if you become somebody important and people are speaking about you while you're not in the room. There's always going to be people that are going to speak negatively to what it is that you're doing. You got to find it within yourself to be strong enough to know that those negative naysayers are not going to be in your life in 5 years. A lot of the things that you think are important this year, 5 years from now, you will not think about at all. So with that said, take what is important to you, and to the lyrics that they said, do not allow anybody else's dreams to be your life. Don't allow what anybody else is telling you that you should do in life to become your way of life. Believe in yourself and surround yourself with people that believe in you, even if that means that you need to separate from the people that didn't. It's okay. But your mental health comes first. So I want to go ahead and put that out there just for anybody that might have needed to hear that, because there were times in my life that I needed to hear that as well. So let's keep rocking.
한국은 주변 사람들이 열심히
No kind of seemed like a political statement, if you ask me. I think that it was more that had to do with it, you know? But let's keep going.
하니까 자기도 아 옆에 사람만큼 열심히 해야겠다 이런 생각이 많이 드는 것 같아요.
친구들한테는 괜찮다, 이겨낼 수 있다고라고 하는데 미치겠습니다. 돌아버릴 것 같아요.
솔직히 말해서 저는 사실일까? 허상은 아닐까? 우리가 허상을 만들어 놓고 그냥 거기에 달라드는 거 아닐까?
Yeah, I think this one moment made me feel more army than I've ever felt in life before, right? Because in all respects, so many people feel this way. And whether we want to accept it or not, BTS had a voice. They had a voice as soon as they debuted. And to see that on their second single, they use that voice to bring awareness to people that are in their youth that are very pressured and very, I'm not sure of the words for it, but pretty much just running amok to try to become something before it's too late. I think a song like this and words like this means something, because not that we shouldn't work hard to become what we need to become and what we want to become, but we should not work so hard to the point where we lose ourselves, or we forget who we are, or we do not take into consideration what it is that we genuinely want in life for ourselves. Because when you begin to lose the plot and when you begin to lose yourself, it's kind of hard to gain yourself back after you spend too long worrying about everything else. So yeah, this right here just kind of hit a warm spot in my heart, to see how they took their voice and could have spoke about positive things, or well, not the word positive, but just things to floss. But they took that moment to genuinely speak about something that needed to be spoken about. So I like that record. I can't wait to do a reaction to it.
오늘 축하할 일이 한 가지 더 있습니다, 여러분. 자, 무엇일까요?
제 생일입니다.
생일 축하합니다.
생일 축하합니다. 사랑하는 랩모녀 생일 축하합니다.
Moves. Happy birthday to RM this year. And they were going HBA crazy. I'm so happy to see that. I'm so happy to see that, man.
저희 소원은 신인상을 꼭 탔으면 좋겠습니다. 신인상 꼭 탔으면 좋겠고요. 홍보 좀 해주세요.
드디어 첫 선언을 했어요. 컴백. 저희가 컴백으로 돌아왔죠. 이제 진짜 이제 컴백을 했는데 뭔가 요번 앨범에서 정말 더 한번 빵 터뜨려서
그렇죠.
이제 본격적으로 방탄소년단을 알릴 수 있었으면 참 좋겠다.
그렇다.
긴장을 너무 많이 해서 조금 실수를 했었다.
조금 아니다. 귀가 많이 틀렸다.
아니다.
He went directly at V like, yeah, nah, it was not just a few. It was not just a few, man. This is dope, man. J-Hope and V, I actually love what they do separately and even together as BTS. So this is a funny ass scene right here. I like this. And honestly, I really do love the Carhartt skateboards in the background. It makes me want to go ahead and find some so I can get some for my wall, because at this point, they made those Carhartt skateboards legendary. Why that's important, right? I was in a studio session where I was expressing to the artists that if our favorite artists were willing to keep a camera on, an iPhone camera on, while they created the album that we loved, we would 100% appreciate that. And if we would appreciate it, that means that whoever will be a fan of your music, whoever wants to dance to your music, they also want to know the process that it took to create your music. So artists, go ahead and turn that camera on, and you'd be surprised how the things that are in the background during your humble beginnings will be sought after by people. And I know that might kind of make you feel crazy, because you're like, man, well, I didn't have anything back then, but that's kind of what it's all about. It's very nostalgic. Let's keep going.
이제 좀 이렇게 혼났었는데 되게 그래 좀 두려웠지.
그래도 사원 녹화 때는 정말 팬분들
우리 엄청난 아미분들
정말 대단한 것 같다.
엄청난 아미분들이 많은 응원을 해주셔서 정말
일단 음원도 안 나왔는데
음원도 공개가 안 됐는데
사원 녹화를 할 때 갑자기
Everybody say no 하는데 다 노를
외치니까
노를 외치니까 신기했어. 열심히 합시다.
그렇습니다.
열심히 하겠다. 그래.
Yeah, see, it's like Army is so hand in hand. Army is so vocal in the process. Like I said, even hearing the Army screaming out their lyrics back to him, almost sounding like ad-libs, is just insane. I know the power of 4 people knowing your song and letting you know that you're a good artist. I could imagine what it can feel like not having. I mean, that's what I would imagine at this point in their life, right? They might not, maybe not everyone was Army that was in that building, but Army showed up. And that's all that matters. You know, like even when I just saw the J-Hope performance in France, so it was understood to me that he was personally asked to be a part of that. Once he was personally asked and accepted, they had to do a new venue because 35,000 more tickets had to be sold for the Army. So I think it's just so amazing for any artist or just any human being to have that level of support and recognition throughout your journey. Because I know that every day for BTS wasn't always like beautiful ones, but I'm sure having the Army made those days that might have been gloomy feel very workable. So salute to the Army, man.
제이홉 V의 로그 끝.
자 여러분 9월 20일이 무슨 날인지 아시나요?
추석입니다.
추석인가요? 네 추석입니다.
추석이죠.
추석이기도 추석 연휴기도 하고요.
연휴예요?
네 9월 20일.
제 생일 후 정확히 8일이 지났죠.
아,
100일?
정말 어색한 리액션 정말 감사합니다. 죄송합니다. 저희 벨탄 소년단이 데뷔한 지 100일이 됐는데 제가 저희가 이제 데뷔한 지 정확하게 100일이 됐는데요. 그 100일 동안 항상 옆에서 함께해준 아미들이 있어서 저희가 존재하는 게 아닌가. 그렇죠. 너무너무 감사드리고요. 앞으로 100일, 1000일, 만일, 10만일 동안 10만일 함께해요!
하지만 방탄소년단이 진격한다.
Yeah, so it showed from early on the level of love and respect for the Army's presence and the understanding that without the Army's presence, none of this is going to happen at all. It seemed like this was prevalent very early. They're celebrating their first 100 days since they debuted, and look at how happy that they are. Look at how young they are. Look at young RM. Look at young V. Look at young J-Hope. Like they're young, but they're enjoying themselves, and the Army is there to support them. And then you know what's so crazy, right? You see how he even said, yo, listen, let's just stay together. Let's stay together. Let's stay together. And then look at what happens 10 years later. It's like a beautiful movie, you ask me.
그러면 어떨까?
용감하지? 용감한 방탄소년단이 역시 용감하게 킥킥대래 랩들을 깔리고 깔린 랩템을 내가 쓸어버려 깜깜하게 빅빅대래 가사만 신고야 24/7 언제나 난 끝끝에 뭣도 없고 뭣도 없는 핸드폰에 또 부여대는 척추추체 많이 보는 듯이 경쟁을 올래 반은 주사푼에 가요계 충격을 쳤던 바로 때려 신었다면 방망이 내 무대 끌린 대로 슈테 맘대로 그래도 대중이 암송되는 내게를 채워 준비됐나 힘껏 준비됐나 명치에 힘꽉 주고 단정화 땀이 칠 준비됐나 힘껏 준비됐나 그렇다 지금부터 소리 질러 우리가 누구 진격의 방탄소년단 우리가 누구 겁없이 집어삼킨다 We got fire 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 and higher
찍으시면 안 되는데? 찍으시면 안 돼. 솔직히 르몬 형보다 춤 못 춘 거 아니야?
Yeah, see, and that's the thing, right? These guys have went from young and innocent on stage. Like, look at Jungkook, right? So like now when you see them on stage, it's like, yo, they're just full superstars now at this point. This is crazy, y'all.
최근에 정말 그 생각을 많이 하는데 사람이
The CEO, Bang himself.
왜 사고가 다칠까요?
하고 싶은 게 뭐예요?
네?
하고 싶은 게 뭐예요?
저는 언더그라운드와 메이저의 가교가 되고 싶다고 이야기를 했어요. 그 이유가 저도 대구에서 음악을 할 때 굉장히 힘들었었고 매일 저녁 굶고 장기 하나 살려고 다 그래요. 그걸 바꾸고 싶었어요. 그걸 바꾸고 싶었다. 뭘로? 제가 당시요 본인이 아이돌 해가지고 그걸 바꿀 수 있다고 생각했어요.
The way we refer to stars singing on the stage or dancing on the stage in Korean is that we don't call them stars or artists. The common way we call them are idols. And we actually expect them to be this perfect idol that's always smiling, always very perfect, and don't have any mistakes in their personalities, or they always look pretty even without any makeup on. We expect someone to be like spotless.
우리나라 아이돌들 너무 잘하는데 노래를 못한다. 노래 잘하고요. 춤 세계에서 제일 잘 춘다고요. 근데 심지어 노래 잘하고 춤 잘 추는데 얼굴까지 예쁘고 몸매도 좋은데 연기도 되는 친구가 한 팀에 5명이면 5명이 다 그래.
아이돌이 무슨 뜻이에요?
우상이죠. 제가 아이돌은 사전적으로 우상인데 아이돌이라는 것은 우리나라에서는 이제 음악적인 것뿐만 아니라 산업적으로도 굉장히 복합적인 개념이잖아요. 그래서 어떤 사람들은 아이돌
So I could be making a guess, but it seems to me that he kind of gave his own personal definition of what idol meant rather than just allowing RM's perception of what it meant to him and what it meant to them, which it kind of shows like this whole interview kind of shows bad light, or just like it doesn't seem like he has a lot of respect, you know? I don't like this interview. I'm going to find out more about this interview, but I just don't like the way that it seemed like the interviewers had an issue with them or something. And I don't understand how, like, if you have an issue with an artist, to bring them to your platform and then try to disrespect them there. I just think these guys are class acts for handling it professionally.
존재들이 힙합과 어떻게 어울릴 수 있냐. 힙합은 사실 또 어떻게 보면 좀 남성적이고 뭐 마초성이 좀 있는 문화이기도 하고 방탄소년단이 무대에 올라갔을 때 뭐 이제 분장을 한다 또 메이크업을 하는 거에 대한 어떤 힙합과 충돌되는 부분이 있을 것 같은데
그런 게 아니라 여자 입고 다니는
And just for the record, there are a few artists in America that when it is time for video shoots, when it is time for the stage, they get makeup as well. Some of them are rappers. So I think this was more of a moment to try to dim their light than to logically try to make a point, in my opinion. I could be wrong.
게 여자냐. 뭐 사실 그렇게 느끼신다면 뭐 그렇게 느끼실 수도 있을 것 같아요.
And that was the best response that RM could have gave. If that's how you feel about it, that's how you feel about it. I don't believe that anything that they've done are them acting like girls. But I believe that if you genuinely want to believe that they act like girls, then that's a whole nother conversation all in itself, you know? So, yeah.
대바지에
아데이너 정신 기다렸습니다. 아데이너 알람했어요? 편지 왔습니다.
아웃터 이런 거 얼마나? 신발도 신발.
아띵동 두분 편지 왔습니다.
아, 감사합니다. 어우.
네, 저의 편지를 읽어볼까요?
최근에 편지를 많이 읽으면서 느낀 건데 편지에 항상 고맙고 미안하다는 말을 써주시는 분들이 많이 계신데 저도 그런 편지를 읽을 때마다 굉장히 가슴 뭉클해지고 고맙고 또 저도 미안해집니다. 감사합니다.
정말 내가 아티스트인지 아이돌인지 헷갈릴 때가 많다. 나 스스로는 아이돌의 형태를 띈 아티스트라고 생각을 많이 했었는데 사람들의 인식은 제각기 다른 거니까. 그리고 내가 앞으로 보여줄 아티스트적인 면모가 더 많다고 생각을 하고 정말 산 넘어 산이라는 말이 딱 맞는 게 정말 데뷔하면 모든 게 다 잘 되고 뭔가 괜찮을 것 같았는데 정말 또 더 큰 세상을 보니까 더 큰 고민을 하게 되고 복잡하고 정말 혼란스럽지만 이런 마음들을 좀 음악에 담아낼 수 있어야 그게 내 몫이라고 생각한다. 그걸 음악에 녹여내고 더 승화시켜서
You know what's crazy, right? When I hear RM now, right, and I hear how much he makes it known, man. 10 years, I done gave you guys an opportunity. You guys didn't. You guys didn't even step up. It's like you gotta respect it because what you're seeing right now in this video is this was a time in their life where it was very much a coin toss. Where although they debuted, although they did see some success, although they did have a few army members, it was a chance that this wasn't gonna go where they expected it to go. And I just think it's so amazing how it was something he was yearning to do, to tell his own story and to put it out there on the music. And I think that was their I believe that was everybody's goal. Even when I think about Shuka, right? And I think about the way that he told his story as well. It's like when you see these guys, they literally became everything that they wanted to become. And I don't think that they're nowhere near the end. I think we got so much more to do. J Hope just dropped a sneaker with Louis Vuitton. It's already sold out in America. So it's just one of those things that no matter who's trying to gatekeep, no matter who's trying to stop them, the gatekeepers are not gonna last long enough. Just like what I just saw in another video that was said by one of them, gatekeepers will only become army members. That's all you're gonna become. You're not gonna be able to hold any gates.
진정성 있고 더 좋은 음악을 들려드리고 싶은 마음이다. 아무튼 요즘 그래도 열심히 잘 하고 있으니까 랩몬스터 누나들이 힘냈으면 좋겠다. 잘하고 있다고 믿을 것이고 잘 해낼 것이다. 너무 많이 생각하지 말자. 알지?
그러시면 안 돼요. 그대로 하셔야 돼요.
I like how vulnerable that he's willing to get in those logs. I like the way that he's telling you every side of his feelings because yes, he's the leader, but he's still a human being. I like that he's telling you as a human being and a leader that he's not feeling too good, but he expresses that it all does start in our mind, and how we want to feel becomes how we do feel. And even when we're going through something in a negative way, the best thing we could do is try to get our mind to understand how much that we're better than this and we're bigger than this, and focus back on the things that serve us. So salute to RM with another life lesson.
조명도 살짝 어둡게.
Hold on, guys. Let me read. I want to read real fast. And it says, Bangtan wrote letters to address their fandom, army, to express their honest thoughts and express their gratitude. Okay. All right, that's fire.
이거 뭐지? 인간극장 아닌데요?
사실 정말 믿기지가 않습니다. 춤이 너무 좋아 공부도 안 하고 새벽에 매일 나가 새벽 연습하고 고생한
I now understand the power and what it means when J-Hope writes a personal letter. And I mean, obviously it could be the same with everybody else, but the reason I'm saying J-Hope in particular is because I saw how in the behind the scenes video that he did with J. Cole for On the Street, it meant a lot to him to write a personal handwritten letter. Um, why that means something to me is because I think later on in the future, handwritten letters from me will mean that I'm giving you my ultimate gratitude. And I believe that that's what J-Hope is giving when he reads anything that's handwritten or something that just came from his heart.
끝에 서울로 올라갈 땐 그래도 그 누구보다 좋아하셨던 부모님, 전 아버지의 그 웃음이.
여러분은 모르시겠지만 연습생 때는 정말로 데뷔를 할 수 있을지도 몰랐습니다. 정말로 울기도 하고 지치기도 하면서 포기하고 싶다는 생각을 많이 했었습니다.
사실 예전은 즐겁다고 생각한 적은 많이 없었던 것 같아요.
그리고 지금까지 열심히 활동하면 제게 작지만 되게 큰 목표가 하나 생겼습니다. 정말 제 목소리로 여러분들의 마음을 감동시킬 수 있는 그런 가수가 되고 싶습니다.
I like how you said small but big, because what that sounds like in translation is, yeah, this might be big, but I got this. Watch me do it. And didn't he? Crazy, crazy.
또 정말 떳떳하게 자랑스럽게 부끄럽지 않게 나는 방탄소년단의 팬이다 라고 말할 수 있도록 정말 멋진 가수가 되겠다고 다짐했습니다.
Man, oh man.
참 이렇게 고마운 존재인데 저희에게 되려 미안하다고 할 때는 저는 마음이 참 아픕니다. 우리 서로 고마워하는 사이가 되었으면 좋겠어요.
저는 여러분을 실망시키는 일이 세상에서 가장 두렵습니다. 항상 말해왔듯이 여러분이 없으면 저도 없으니까요.
I know he mean that from the heart, because there was another bar from RM where he was expressing that, and that was kind of in the Born Center one that I watched. I do recognize that it's different versions of his verse on different versions of the song. But in one of the lines, he says something along the lines of, I don't want to let my family down. I don't want to let the people down that love me the most. So when I see him express that again, I know that that's serious and that's something that is on his heart. That one of the first things that come to mind to him when he's working on something is the way that people are going to receive it, and whether or not he's letting down the people that support him, letting down the army, letting down his family, letting down the people he really loves. Stand-up guy. That's a stand-up guy.
아미들, 내가 꿈을 이루면 나는 또 누군가의 꿈이 된다고 합니다. 여러분 모두의 꿈이고 싶어요. 그게 저의 역할인 것 같습니다.
아직 모르는 게 많고
It's like he knew that Heavy is the head that wears the crown. He knew he was the first member, and he knew that he was the leader, and he knew that it was going to come with a lot. And I love the way that he dealt with it. I love that he never took a moment of being arrogant. Even in his moments of being confident, he showed you why he was confident. It was never confidence based off of delusion or just make-believe. RM earned his crown, and every verse that I see him doing, man, I just see him remaining to be the winner that he is, man. Yeah, super dope. Let's keep going. I don't want to cut V off, so I'm gonna go ahead and rewind to some.
여러분을 실망시키는 일이 세상에서 가장 두렵습니다. 항상 말해왔듯이 여러분이 없으면 저도 없으니까요. 아미들, 내가 꿈을 이루면 나는 또 누군가의 꿈이 된다고 합니다. 여러분 모두의 꿈이고 싶어요. 그게 저의 역할인 것 같습니다.
아직 모르는 게 많고 서툴고 어벙대지만 점점 나아지는 모습으로 아미 여러분들이 자랑스러워하는 방탄소년단이 되고 싶습니다.
바쁜 스케줄 덕분에 몸은 지쳐도 저희를 응원해주시는
Hasn't V done a really great job? I think V has done an outstanding job. It's just like now I'm kind of understanding why the army has the type of love that they have for these guys, because it's like if you're an army member, you're the eighth member of BTS. Like you're so involved and they give you the respect. They tell you out of their mouth. So it's not like a questionable thing or something that you might think, oh yeah, I mean this, but they feel this. No, it's real. RM has made it known that 50% of their success goes to the army. That's a lesson for anybody that might be a musician or an artist on the way up. Treat the people that are showing you any type of love or attention with love and attention. With that said, thank you, thank you, thank you. One, thank you to the person that is just watching this video and you've never seen a video of me before, but you like it and you stood to watch it. The second thank you goes to somebody that might be watching this second video of me right now and giving your second opinion to know whether or not you want to subscribe or not. The third thank you goes out to the person that is a returning member and you're a part of the Rotten Rose family. You know what we do here. You know the importance of this deep dive and you're supportive. I thank all of you guys. Without you guys, there's nothing that is happening here. And I thank BTS for showing me a different approach in life. And my different approach in life is no matter if I only have one comment, no matter if I only have one view, I am internally grateful. And it is time for me to say thank you. So I thank you guys. Right now, I have one member of my YouTube family, and I have to say thank you. I'm still surprised and shocked by it, and it hit my heart. So thank you. I love how someone can live their life and also remind you, give you a reminder how you should live your life. I believe that what RM just said just now just really hit home and it stuck for me. But let's keep going.
아미분들을 만날 때마다 힘이 됩니다. 아미 여러분들을 만나고 항상 웃고 긍정적인 사람으로 바뀌게 된 것 같아 고마운 마음을 전달하고 싶네요.
아미 여러분, 언제나 저희 옆에 성장하는 모습을 지켜봐 주셨으면 좋겠습니다. 네, 늘 사랑합니다, 고맙습니다라고 표현을 하려고는 하는데 그게 굉장히 어렵습니다. 사랑합니다.
제가 이런 여기 있으면서
Drew Cook, man.
제가 정말 어떤 사람인지 또 어떤 사람이 되어야 하는지 정말 많이 깨닫는 것 같고요. 그래서 저희한테 고마운 존재입니다. 또 진짜 더 열심히 할게요. 정말 감사합니다. 저희는 지금까지 방탄소년단이었습니다. 둘, 셋! 감사합니다. 감사합니다.
나가기 싫다.
I want to say this for the ones that did notice. I'm sure some people did not notice. I have been having I've been very strong with the work ethic that I wanted to bring to this YouTube page. This weekend, I wasn't able to give the same amount of videos this weekend because I wasn't able to shoot them. I'm just going to be honest. I felt like a miserable disappointment and it kind of stressed me out. I got a little bit depressed about it. I'm just going to be honest because I know that it hasn't been that long of us having our family, brotherhood, sisterhood, whatever we calling it here. But the point I'm saying is I didn't recognize how much reading comments, responding to comments, laughing at jokes that are made in the comments, looking at videos that were suggested to me, is becoming a part of me. And for the 2 days that I was kind of busy and taking care of everything else, it just didn't feel right to not be taking care of my family and my community that we're building here. So, never again. Never again. And we're going to continue to work and I'm going to continue to get these done, man. I really appreciate you guys so much. Words can't describe how much I appreciate you guys. Let's keep going.
말이 무겁네요. 나가기 싫다.
2014년 12월 4일 진해일지. 오늘은 내 생일이다. 새로운 가족들, 우리 방탄이들과 생일을 보냈는데, 와, 이 먹거들 어떻게 연습실에 딱 들어오자마자 케이크로 생일 축하한다고 이렇게 케이크를 묻혀대더니
생일 축하드려요. 감사합니다.
우리 팬분들이 많은 편지와 또 메시지들을 보내주셨는데, 정말 이렇게 많이 사랑받아도 될까 싶을 정도로 많이 축하해 주시고 또 태어나줘서 고맙다는 말을 많이 해주셨는데 그냥 감사합니다.
Man, that right there is absolutely amazing. Believe it or not, I think we're in such a time where everyone is kind of mean to each other because they recognize that you get views. You get views for exposing the person that's closest to you that you're not friends with. It's like I believe some people get more attention from being negative than they do for being positive. BTS is gaining attention for being positive and growing in positivity, not growing in negativity. I can get with that. You know, and with that said, a thank you for being born on somebody's birthday goes a very long way. So I don't know who needs to hear that, but next time somebody that you know and love has a birthday, let them know that you thank them for being born. That's one I must admit. If I heard that on my birthday, I would also question whether or not I deserve this amount of love because that's extreme love, and I think that's dope. Let's keep going, you guys.
정말 더 많이 노력을 해서 절대로 실망시키지 않는 맏형, 방탄의 맏형 진이 될 테니까 더 지켜봐 주셨으면 좋겠다.
네, 정말 뜨거운 함성으로 가득 찬 2013 멜론 뮤직 어워드 함께하고 있습니다.
네, 정말 2013년이 저렇게 뜨거웠구나라는 것을 다시 한번 느껴볼 수 있었고요. 지금 말씀드리는 순간 벤에서 방탄소년단인가요?
네, 2013 데뷔한 아주 핫한 신인이죠. 정말 패기 넘치는 모습으로.
Look at how young they are, man. Look at young RM just leading the way, man. This is dope. They have came such a long way, man.
레드카펫을 걷고 있습니다.
자, 방탄소년단은 올해 데뷔를 하면서 정말 인기보다는 실력으로 승부를 하면서 다양한 이슈를 나왔는데요. 자, 그리고 방탄소년단이 팀워크가 얼마나 좋은지 알 수 있냐면요. 지금 7명이 쫙 섰는데 키가 다 똑같아요. 네.
당연히 못 봤죠.
야, 당연히 못 봤냐? 참가상 모르냐, 참가상?
참가상.
야, 떨려.
아, 진짜요?
So I guess at this point it was kind of disbelief, or they just didn't believe that they were going to win the award that they were up for.
우리 밖에서 멘붕일 것 같아.
우리 하기 전에 있다고?
밖에서 멘붕.
If we win the award, we're going to have a mental breakdown.
모르겠네요. 과연. 진짜 받으면 울 것 같아요.
(2013) 멜론 뮤직 어워드 신인상 방탄소년단 축하드립니다.
방탄소년단.
축하드립니다.
우리 아미분들! 아미! 정말 너무너무 감사드리고요. 더 좋은 음악, 더 좋은 무대로 앞으로도 찾아뵙겠습니다. 감사합니다!
감사합니다.
부모님 사랑한다.
I like how they didn't expect the win and then got an avalanche of wins right after. I know that that had to give them the extra energy because I know that they already wanted to be who they wanted to be, but I believe that this accolade had to put a little bit of extra pep in their step when they hit that stage and when they move around because not only are they receiving awards, but they are now becoming exactly who they wanted to become. That's always a beautiful thing, man. It's always a beautiful thing to see that your hard work yields results. So dope.
우리가 누구 진격의 방탄
VJ 방탄 특공대와 함께한 저희의 이야기 어떠셨나요? 방탄소년단의 새로운 변신 앞으로 더 많이 지켜봐 주시길 바라고 저희 VJ 방탄 특공대 여기서 인사드리겠습니다. 감사합니다.
Was that a real show? With like somebody let me know, was that a real show? But I absolutely love this. This is amazing. I need to continue it because I want to see the preview.
학교 갑니다. 힙합 하러 갑니다. 방탄소년단 랩 가사 그것도 가사야. 증명하겠습니다.
꽉 잡아 날 덮치기 전에
야, 우린 방탄소년단 힙합하려고 모였다. 남다른 목소리로 대중들의 귀를 녹여마. We sweet like the syrup. 거짓말들은 싫어 진짜 우리 얘기들로만 가사에 꽉꽉 실어. 랩 몬스터 가진 전국제 요피지맨. 한국 여자들은 우리 때문에 가기 싫어질 걸 이미. 그리고 여기서 랩하고 있어 1위. Yeah.
제이가 방송 날 몸으로 표현해주세요.
누나 좋아하지?
일단 매력 너무 넘쳐 19살 귀염둥이 보컬 때로는
Yo, these guys are always having fun, man. I don't know how they don't make your day better if you weren't having the best day. But listen, Army, stand up, salute. BTS, stand up. This is absolutely amazing for real. I love the story. I'm going through the deep dive because I started on the Arirang album and I was amazed and I needed to know more. And we've been deep diving ever since. If there's any type of content that you guys think that I'm missing out on or I just don't see, please go ahead and leave it in the comments because we do read the comments here and it means a lot to us. As well, we also did start a Cash App and a Patreon. So if you guys would like to go ahead and get us a coffee so we can go ahead and stay up, let us know. But if not, no pressure at all. We're going to keep rocking these out. It's your guy, RottenRoseQ, and I greatly appreciate you guys for watching this video. Stay tuned. Go ahead and click on something else.